Welcome back to Art with Marsha. Our palette is starting to come alive. We've already filled it with the sunshine yellows, the glowing golds, and the energetic oranges. Today, we're moving into some of my favorite colors in all of watercolor, the passionate reds and beautiful violets. These are the colors of roses and raspberries, dramatic sunsets, and elegant florals. They can be bold and powerful, or soft and romantic. As always, I'll share why each color earned its place in the ultimate palette, what makes it special, how I use it, and some of my favorite mixing combinations. So let's continue filling our palette. Today, we're going over Pyrrole Red, Permanent Alizarin Crimson, Quinacridone Rose, Quinacridone Magenta, Scarlet Red, and Carbazole Violet. So starting out today, we're looking at Pyrrole Red by Core. If confidence had a color, I think it would be this one. So what makes it special? It has really great transparency. We're able to see an extremely high chroma. It's very smooth flowing. It has exceptional light fastness compared to many of the other reds or pinks. It has a strong tinting strength. That does mean that it doesn't lift up as well, but it's great for that underlying color. So this is perfect for a lot of the spring flowers, the poppies, apples, strawberries, cardinals. And this is Core Pilot Red. And wow, this color knows exactly who it is. It's bold, fearless, and incredibly vibrant. A little goes a very long way. Whenever I need a red that refuses to be ignored, this is the one I choose. So, after painting our full color swatch, we can gently dilute it to see how the luminous it remains. Now, some of my favorite mixes with Pyrrole Red is New Gamboge. This makes a vibrant orange. With French Marine, it makes a dramatic neutral. And with Quinacridone Rose, it creates a rich floral reds. And moving on to a color most everyone knows, Permanent Alizarin Crimson. This one is by Winsor & Newton Professional. So why it made the palette? This color brings elegance and emotion. It's used in many palettes across different painting forms and mediums. It's a really deep, cool red, but it's still transparent. It's a light fast alternative to a lot of the other ones. It's a beautiful glazing color. It really creates those rich undertones of the different red items you may be painting. This is one that's used in a lot of roses and cherries and cranberries, winter berries, all of those different beautiful reds. Permanent Alizarin Crimson has always felt romantic to me. It's a little softer than Pyrrole Red. It's deeper than Quinacridone Rose and absolutely gorgeous in florals. So if you love painting roses, this color deserves a place in your collection. Watch how the richness stays even as the wash becomes lighter. Some of my favorite mixes for this is French Ultramarine to make a beautiful dark color. Quinacridone Rose creates that floral richness you're often trying to achieve. With Buff Titanium, it changes it to a muted skin tone, which is perfect in portraiture and on children where you're trying to get those beautiful rosy cheeks. So then we will move on to our next one. And just like that, we're into Quinacridone Rose by Daniel Smith. So the reason this one made the palette, it's because it's one of the prettiest colors in watercolor. It's a beautiful transparency, but it's still luminous. It has a lot of clean mixing with multiple colors. It's highly versatile, and it has excellent light fastness. So some subjects you might want to paint with this are peonies or cherry blossoms, some soft pink roses, flamingos, and this is a beautiful color for the sky for sunsets, or an extra little blush in a portrait. So every time I paint with quinacridone rose, I smile. It's elegant, feminine, and incredibly useful. So if you're a floral painter, this color will quickly become one of your favorite friends. Just notice how fresh and glowing it looks, even in pale washes. Some of the best mixes is with Aeroline Hue to make peaches, French Ultramarine for making violets, quinacridone rose and vermilion makes beautiful corals. And then we will move on to our next color. And moving on quickly to our next color, quinacridone magenta. And this one's by Core. So this color practically glows off the page. If you're familiar with Core watercolors, you'll know that they are very well known for their intensity and their vibrancy. And that's why Core beat out the similar colors from Winsor & Newton or Daniel Smith. It's because of that bright, intense saturation. It's still transparent. It has exceptional brilliance to see it. It's also a strong mixer. So you have to be a little careful when you're mixing it because it will keep that deep magenta color. And it's perfect for more modern vibrancies. So some of the things that this is good for are fuchsia flowers, tropical florals, again, vibrant sunsets, contemporary artwork, and abstract paintings. So if quinacridone rose is graceful, quinacridone magenta is fearless. The color is just electric. It's bold and joyful and brings an incredible amount of energy to your paintings. So if you compare it to quinacridone rose, you'll really see that extra intensity. So some of those favorite mixes I mentioned are phthalo blue green shade, makes an intense violet color. Lemon yellow creates an unexpected neutral. And pyrrole red creates dramatic, deep florals. So in just a moment, we'll be on to our next color, scarlet red. And now we move into Scarlet Red by Schmincke. This one, you won't see me swatching on my swatch card because the color didn't come in time. So this one is still in process of being shipped to me. It's been an interesting color since I have had it now for a couple weeks while I was putting this together. And I must say, it is pure warmth and happiness when you see it. I was very surprised that AI picked this out for me, but it is a bright, warm red. I've had other colors or other brands of Scarlet Red, but none of them has been as smooth handling as Schmincke. Schmincke colors are just that creamy, comfortable color to paint with. It's absolutely beautiful. It has excellent transparency. It does have a strong color payoff. And it creates a beautiful glow to your magenta items. So things with this to paint, geraniums, tulips, poppies, tomatoes, and all those wonderful autumn accents. It's definitely one of those cool floral ones for the fall. Because Scarlet Red sits perfectly between orange and red. It has all the excitement of a bright red, but with that extra touch of warmth. It's cheerful, inviting, and incredibly fun to paint with. And you'll notice that when I swatch this, it leans warmer than pyrrole red or softer than vermilion. So good mixes, Hansa yellow. It creates a brilliant orange. French ultramarine to make an earthy neutral. Scarlet red also goes with quinacridone rose, just to increase your floral depth into some other shades and beauty. And for the last color in this section, we have Carbazole Violet by Daniel Smith. This is the drama in the very best way. So I love getting into our violets. They are such beautiful colors. And this one has a really deep transparency to it. It really has an intense pigmentation. It mixes with many other colors, but is strong and holds itself up. It has excellent light fastness, and it just gives that luxurious richnesses to some of your shadows that you may have. This is typically used for iris flowers, lavender shadows, evening skies, grapes, moody florals, and elegant accents. So Carbazole Violet is absolutely breathtaking. It's rich, mysterious, and incredibly sophisticated. So when I want a violet with depth and confidence, this is the new color I reach for. And you notice how dark and dramatic it is at full strength, and then how beautifully it transforms into the softer lavender tones. Favorite mixes with this one is quinacridone rose for floral purples, French ultramarine for night skies, and buff titanium for dusty lavenders. And with that, we finish out our next 6 colors. So that's episode 2A, so it's our second row, the first 6 colors. But our palette is becoming richer and more expressive with every pan we fill. So today's colors taught us that reds can be passionate, romantic, playful, and powerful. And we've only just begun exploring the magic of the violets. So if you've enjoyed this palette video, I'd love to know which one of these reds or violets speaks to you the most. Thank you for painting along with me today. And remember, your palette doesn't always have to be perfect to create beautiful art. The joy is in learning how each color tells its own story. Until next time, happy painting.